welcome to the Wise Mind Happy Hour. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Josh Bayer.
We have Josh Bayer on the mic here today, our producer. So John is not here tonight. He's taking care of himself, taking care of his body. He got a little virus. So we're wishing him all the best. And yeah, Josh is here with me today to fill in. How does it feel?
You know, I'm a husband. I get we were just talking about this pre-pod. I'm getting a little bit of my OCD of like, am I going to not know what things to say?
Yeah.
Like when I go to a party, I'm like, am I going to not know things to say?
Sure.
And then I go and I like do a bunch of talking.
Podcast is sort of a party.
This is a party for us. Yeah.
It's a husband and wife recording in their home. It's so cute.
Husband-wife party. Anyone want to come to our husband-wife party?
It's a husband-wife party. Yeah.
I'm the wife.
But I so appreciate you jumping in and taking over. And it can be so fun every once in a while to do an episode with you. Mm-hmm. Even though we love doing episodes with John, of course. And that's our main hang. It is nice sometimes for us to just check in on the mic.
Yeah.
So thank you for being on with me.
It's my sincerest and greatest pleasure.
Okay. And I'll be the captain of the pod because I know sometimes your anxiety doesn't want to be the leader, and that's fair.
And I'm fully capable.
Totally. You are.
But you're really good at it.
Thanks.
To use judgment.
Thanks. It's a judgment, and I'll take it. Okay, so yeah, today we figured we would check in first like we normally do, and yeah, just like talk about what's been going on lately. And one thing that I've been meaning to mention on the pod week after week and kind of keep forgetting is that intention that I set in the new year to be more creative in the kitchen. I do feel like I've been living up to, which is really exciting. And I wanted to mention some of the things I've been cooking and Josh and I have been having. I was going to say we've been cooking together. We haven't really.
I've been cleaning by myself. And you've been cooking by yourself.
Totally.
We live
which
a lonely.
Is totally okay.
It's fine.
Yeah. No, it's great. I mean, I think we both. Well, this will come later because we're going to talk in this episode about our relationship and some like problem solving. Well, some like conflict management we've done lately. New stuff we've been trying, which has been helping and working and fun to do.
Fun. A princess is fun to do.
Josh is singing
a princess.
His sister's hit song from childhood.
Is good to do. Or did I reverse it?
I wasn't there originally.
My sister had a shout out Alex Bayer. Had a short film entitled Runaway Princess. I think it was a rough spin-off or at least homage to The Runaway Bride starring Richard Gere and Julia Robert.
That's so fun.
My sister would watch that on VHS. So she runs away princess with her friend Jamie Lesson. My brother Zach plays the evil stepmom. And she says certain gumdrops such as, I swallowed a chip without chewing it. Like, because she's being mischievous.
That's great.
And then the real catchphrase is the kickoff lead song, A Princess. It's, a princess is fun to do. A princess is good to do.
Okay, great. Well, y'all can look that up in the archives of YouTube if it's out there.
We got to digitize it.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we will. But we will talk about like that conflict management. And one thing that did come up for us in that is like maybe we're one of those couples that like we probably could afford to spend a little more time apart sometimes. We do a lot together and we both work from home. We're really in each other's grill all
so
the
this
time.
pod is a great way for us to get some space. Finally get some space.
Of course, we're recording a podcast together now, but yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. This doesn't count. This is an emergency pod.
We're not really talking yet.
But yeah, so we have been cooking some new things. One thing that I recently made are cottage cheese pancakes, which I thought were so good. What did you think?
I can't stop thinking about them.
Really?
They were meaty, lumpy like a crab cake.
Okay.
They were chewy
Okay.
like a cake. You lather them in syrup. You put them in your mouth.
Okay.
The texture
Oh my God, stop.
is dense.
Okay.
I'm really, trying to describe the
You're
food.
painting a picture, yeah.
I'm painting
but
a picture.
let's just talk about the cottage cheese pancakes themselves. They're basically kind of like a regular pancake with Greek yogurt and cottage cheese. And that way they're and there's also baking powder in them, which kind of makes them rise a little bit. And they're pretty meaty, they're pretty fluffy. And you actually have to, they're kind of interesting to make because you have to put once you flip them twice, you have to put a little water in the pan and cover them and kind of steam the inside because they're so thick and fluffy that the inside can be raw if you don't do that step. But I think they were pretty delish and filling.
Oh yeah, I was just eating them all day, kept being full, and then I'd be hungry again.
Yeah, and later in the day when we had some as a snack, I made a little maple butter to put on them, and that was the move, I think.
Yeah. That was nice.
That was nice.
I was a little sad when you made that. I was getting a little bit of the Sunday scaries, and I was like, ugh, I feel bad, kind of quelling my bad mood with this delicious maple butter. It was am I eating my feelings?
Yeah, well, that's always a question for everyone. Because I work with eating disorders and intuitive eating, people can feel bad about, quote, coping with food, but in intuitive eating, there's kind of no such thing. If you obey your hunger and fullness cues all the time, there isn't really no emotional eating that happens, like research shows. It's an interesting thought, but I know what you mean. I've definitely had that thought and that feeling of am I just eating my feelings?
So was I having a disordered thought there?
Well, we don't have to label it that way, but I mean, I think you and most of the world thinks like that, and in intuitive eating, you don't really think of it as coping with food. It's if you have the interest and urge to eat, you honor that. And once you honor that on a regular basis and your body has a sense of safety, it doesn't have the urges to eat when not hungry.
Yeah. I think my body feels a lot of safety in the kitchen.
Totally same. I think so too. Yeah. What do you make of that?
You were just saying the other day, I don't really want to toot our horn, but I feel we're very good at eating the amount that we want to eat at parties.
Yeah. Well, no, I think you and I are both honest about our hunger level. We're not the people who order a small dish and then are eating off everyone else's plate the whole time. We are able to really notice if I'm really hungry, I'm going to order enough food and what I want. I think we eat pretty intuitively.
Yeah.
Which I think is great.
But if you add OCD into the equation, you're going to be concerned about taking more than, let's say we're with 5 people.
Yeah.
I'm eyeing it the whole time and watching the pie chart go down. And I'm okay, I've taken my 1/5.
Yeah.
But I'm still
I
hungry.
Do that too.
But no one else is taking more stuff. But I look over at my stepbrother, Andrew, and I'm he's still hungry.
Stepbrother.
Oh, stepbrothers.
Suddenly they're
stepbrothers don't kiss, they hug. No, Andrew's my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
David Freed is my stepbrother. Shout out David Freed. You might be hungry. You might be hungry right now.
Yeah.
Who knows what you're thinking?
Right.
Maybe you're thirsty.
No, but I do that calculation too. Group dinners are a minefield because if you go to them really hungry, you're kind of fucked.
But if you go to them really full, you're also fucked.
Well, because it's got to eat to join in the festivities. Yeah, they can be a challenging. What's the perfect level of hunger?
High.
I think it's medium.
Medium rare.
Medium rare. Yeah.
Well, it's so fun to go to a dinner hungry.
Oh, I never set the alarm. Let me do that.
Set it for 20 too.
We're setting a little timer to keep ourselves accountable.
Josh has got a busy week.
Yeah.
He's got to edit the pod.
Yeah.
And by the time this is airing, it will be known that we have surprised my mom in New York City for her 65th birthday.
That's right. Oh my gosh. We were thinking we can't talk about this, but we can.
But we can.
So tell everyone what we're doing.
We're surprising my mom.
Okay.
She already turned 65. So Kelly and I drove to Michigan 2 weeks ago not to surprise her, to celebrate her birthday with her in Michigan on the actual birthday weekend. Mm-hmm. My sister, Alex, Princess is fun to do, lives in New York City. so we are meeting in New York City. My mom thinks she is going to New York just to be with my sister.
Yeah.
To celebrate her birthday with her.
And your stepbrother.
And my stepbrother, Andrew. And
and her husband, Andrew, Josh's brother-in-law, my brother-in-law. Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be a surprise. It's also going to be very cold.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of anxiety about the cold. As of right now, when Friday is the first full day we're really going to be there, and it's forecasting 4 degrees. And if those of you who've been in New York City know, you're walking, you're subwaying. It's a really tough place to visit when it's cold. So I am nervous. Trying to like not be too nervous, but I get really, really cold, and I have something called Raynaud's syndrome where like my fingers and toes get really like white and lose like circulation in the cold. So I'm like nervous about it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm nervous too.
You're nervous that I'm gonna freak out.
I'm nervous that you're going to be so cold.
Not nervous that you're going to be cold, nervous that I'm going to be
I'm nervous
cold.
I'm going to have a cold wife.
Yeah, a frozen popsicle of a wife.
A frigid wife.
Totally.
Well, that's all you have your sight on. You have your sight set on heated socks.
Yeah, exactly.
Which we may not be able to get before the surprise.
Well, and the other thing is those heated gloves, they are already out of battery, so I will charge them, but it worried me how quickly it seems that they did run out of batteries. Like, that's not 3 whole days in New York's worth of battery that I used this last time.
Can we charge them in New York?
Oh, that's a great question. Okay, that's good thinking. I think
The answer is yes.
I'll bring the supplies to charge them.
Bring the heat.
I'll bring the heat. But I got to figure out if I can pack those things. But anyway, not interesting for the pod. But
yeah, so you're checking a bag? I'm gonna be John Butts because he's not here. So you know my next question. You checking a bag?
I am checking a bag, I think. Oh no, maybe I didn't decide that yet.
Well, you better decide. We're leaving soon.
I know. I think I will decide. I mean, I know I will.
You might not.
I never decide, and I just go to the airport.
And then you just like flip
I just shrug at the attendant. Yeah.
Start throwing a tantrum, and we don't go. And then
I've done several podcasts on this. I still can't figure out if I check or carry on.
Yeah.
Well, I will figure it out. But yeah. But wait, back to we cut ourselves off with the cooking. What else have we been eating? What do you remember?
Let's talk about the bolognese.
Oh yeah, last night I made a bowl. Or no, not last night. Sunday day, I made a Sunday sauce, a bolognese. Marcella Hazan's bolognese, which was pretty good, I thought. What'd you think?
Gabagool.
I'm a gabagool.
I'm a gabagool. You're my gabagool.
Wait, but if you call my bolognese gabagool, is that saying you don't like it?
No, I love the word gabagool. I don't even know what gabagool is.
Oh, I think gabagool means like a fake Italian.
Oh, God.
I think. Let me look it up.
Isn't that fugazi? Kelly's looking it up. My mouth is watering thinking about it right now. So I guess I just wanted to say the word gabagool.
Oh my God, I'm so wrong. Gabagool is an Italian-American slang term for capicola, a traditional Italian dry cured pork cold cut made from the neck or shoulder. Gabagool is literally like a cut of pork.
So I was inaccurate, but in a different way than you had initially thought.
Or dry cured pork, a type of dry cured pork. Wait, say that again?
Well, before I start using all sorts of unsavory adjectives, maybe you should say what you put in the sauce that I just described as mouth-watering while you were looking up the sauce.
So it's really interesting. It cooks for it's basically like a 5-hour cook time, which is kind of a lot. You make a sofrito, which is, carrot, onion, celery. You do the onion first, then you do the carrot and celery. I actually kind of blended mine up, so I broke the rules a little bit. Then I cooked down the broken down sofrito, then put a pound of beef, half a pound of pork, and you just cook that barely. And then what's interesting that she does is you put in 2 cups of milk and nutmeg. No, you actually just put 2 cups of milk in at that stage. And for a whole hour, you cook that, you simmer it.
Whole milk,
yeah. And you simmer it until really all the liquid cooks out and you just have like a layer of milk fat. And apparently what that does is it tenderizes the meat, like makes it really, really soft and breaks down the proteins. The milk proteins like break down the meat proteins. I think. I know that it breaks it down and makes it softer and more delicate tasting. And then you put in 2 cups of a dry white wine with nutmeg and cook for another hour and 15 minutes. And then you put in 3 cups of San Marzano tomatoes and you simmer that for 3 hours. And then you have a bolognese. I will say I didn't leave it for the full 3 hours because we were like starving.
My mouth is watering thinking of it.
Yeah.
I could go just like take a handful now of it cold if I wanted to. The sauce.
Totally.
We ate all the noodles, which was pappardelle.
Yeah, we did. We made pappardelle.
Oh, so meaty and thick.
Yeah.
Almost like the pancakes.
Yeah. It's imported from Italy. That's my new thing is like getting pasta imported from Italy because apparently the bronze cut slow dried pasta is like the reason when you eat pasta in Italy, you don't get bloated according to whoever.
Italy.
And like American pasta is like instead of bronze cut, it's cut by these like plastic machines that use like Teflon.
I thought you were going to say it was cut by gold.
No, plastic.
Plastic.
Yeah. No, you want the bronze cut. If they don't use that Teflon, it's slow dried bronze cut pasta that you really want. And they sell it. I mean, they sell it at Whole Foods. You can buy it too at like little shops and stuff. I don't know if they'd have it at like a Mariano's or, you know, like a Safeway if you're not in the Chicago area, those kind of places.
Trader Joe's.
What's the everyday Michigan grocery store?
Kroger.
Oh, is there Kroger?
Bush's.
Bush. Okay. I don't know Bush's.
I mean, we would go to Plum Market.
Yeah. Well, that's not your everyday.
We go
That's
there
your
every
fancy.
day.
But what is the everyday? Is what
I wouldn't know. I grew up rich.
You've never been to like a regular grocery store?
We went to Hiller's Market, but I feel like that was a one-off. It was this place we used to go to. It was like across the street from our house.
Okay.
And it's called the shop. We called it the shopping center.
Oh, okay. That's very like British.
I guess, yeah.
Very
I guess,
European. Shopping center.
I like it being British. Then it would probably be CENTRE.
Yeah.
Centre.
Well, because they don't say mall. They don't have the word mall there. They just say the shopping center.
And there's a Latin in that strip mall. An LA Tan.
Oh, LA Tan. Nice. Okay, I love it. So long story long, they may have bronze cut, slow dried pasta imported from Italy at your local grocery store, but they do have it at Whole Foods, and most people have a Whole Foods somewhere nearby if you're interested in getting that. I kind of doubt Trader Joe's is dealing in those waters, but you never know.
If you're listening, at least get some in the store.
For sure. But yeah, bolognese, cottage cheese pancakes. I feel like I made this like miso honey cod.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You were a little disappointed with it.
Cod, I'm not a master at cooking cod yet, so that's my next thing. Oh, but I did master, I think I mastered the appetizer, which was something I brought up on an earlier pod. 1 slab of manchego that we bought from Whole Foods, a tiny little blackberry jam, and these grain-free crackers. I put out what I think is maybe just the right amount. I cut the manchego in half, put the other half in the fridge, put out the jam, put out just, maybe 12, 15 crackers. Almost the entire thing was eaten, and I couldn't have been happier.
I ate them all.
Yeah.
I might have taken more than my 4th.
That's okay. I mean, I could always put more out. Like if it came to that, I think that's wonderful. Like great. But I felt really proud that like what was put out was eaten. It just feels like, oh man, I'm like learning this dinner party game.
How satisfying.
Yeah, it feels like the night was really experienced.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you could talk a little bit about, if you want, the project you started.
Sure. Well, thinking about the dinner was making me think of that because there's famous architect Florence Knoll, retired at 49, female icon. She is from...
Why are you telling everyone this?
Because Kelly, I'm editing this documentary about her. It's working title Nothing Left to Chance because she did all her art in grids because I believe that because she was orphaned as a 12-year-old, she lost her parents.
Yeah.
I think kind of spent the rest of her life coping with it by making these like grid-like patterns in her architecture and her interior design. I'm now getting better at pitching why she's so important, other than that she was like a female front runner in the industry.
Yeah.
I think there were 200 female architects in the US total at that time.
So you're making a doc about this woman.
I'm editing a doc. I may have to go back and edit this section to make it make more sense. But I don't know. Maybe it's interesting.
Maybe totally.
I think I'm getting everyone's attention.
Yeah. So
I'm editing a doc about this woman.
So you're making this doc about Florence.
I'm making this doc about Florence Knoll. And the era is very Mad Men-esque. She kind of invented that look of interior design, of like the
furniture design,
mid-century modern.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's an architect. She did design buildings, but I feel like her specialty was really designing interiors. And other than the fact that she was an orphan and a woman in like a sea of men, like you're naming all the noteworthy architects. Like most people only know Frank Lloyd Wright, but like if you expand the list slightly, I feel like her name would be on the list of really prominent ones.
Yeah.
And her big contribution, other than that she was a woman in a male-dominated field, was that I think she really brought interior decorating, kind of like almost like fused it with architecture.
Wow.
Where it was taken,
I love that.
like I feel like it wasn't really taken as like seriously. And she applied architectural principles to interior design.
Oh my gosh.
So it was like imagining the room like a grid that like is being like almost like sculpted with the furniture you put in it, and like also like the doors, and it's like, are they glass doors, are they sliding doors, just like every element of it.
Yeah, I love that.
So she was an architect, but I think she like really brought in,
she fused like architecture and interior design
in a way that hasn't really changed since she did it.
Wow, incredible. That is so cool.
Yeah,
I think it's such an interesting premise. I cannot wait to watch the finished project. And I think I saw the pitch reel when you did it 2 years ago, and I was riveted. I was really like waiting for this movie to get made so I could watch it selfishly. And
well, now I'm making it so that you can watch it.
And now you're making it so fun.
And every second I'm in our bedroom, which is our office, our Florence Knoll decorated office, designing this movie, I'm imagining you watching it and thinking, would Kelly find that entertaining? Because I do think you might be the target audience.
Yeah, I think I am the target for this.
And I'm not being coy. I'm actually serious about that.
No, I believe you, and I think that's true.
And using non-judgmental stance, like, oh, they're like, this furniture is so good, like, this furniture is bad. I'm like, we don't need any of that.
Wow. Are you thinking about that?
It's really helping me with my editing. So much of people saying things are like, good, it's so good, it's amazing. I'm like, that's not, just like move on to the...
Yeah, it doesn't give you data. Right. It's the qualitative.
Like and then people usually will expand upon why they think something is good.
Right.
And that's usually the juicy part of the anecdote anyway.
Yes.
But a thing that is interesting that I do have in not the movie, but in like potential footage to put in the movie, is that Florence Knoll really had this like clear-cut idea of like what was good and what was bad. And like if you didn't agree with her, she kind of didn't want to give you the time of day.
So she was a little rigid.
But then if you like made a really smart case, you could have a dialogue with her.
Wow. Okay.
But she definitely was opinionated.
I mean, I can relate.
Yeah, you probably would have gotten along.
Or we would have been like too similar. But I can relate to feeling really, and if John were here now, he would tell you, having worked on a team with me in an office, I can get a little high on my own supply and sometimes struggle to let other people like have enough space. Not always, but there are times that has happened to me. It's like, it can be a tricky thing when you really believe in your own vision of something and you're really enthusiastic about an idea and someone wants to do something different. It can feel like painful to let go and share the space. And then at times when you deal with that pain and you let people teach you and inform you, it's like some of the most enriching moments. But yeah, it can be tricky to know when to stick to your guns and when to soften.
And I'm a great strong beta to your alpha.
I think we're both alphas.
I'm secretly an alpha.
Yeah.
I just have OCD about calling myself an alpha.
Yeah.
It's comforting to me when someone else is in charge and then I can just like challenge them on everything.
Create immense conflict.
I almost need someone to be in charge so I can like...
And yeah, I have no issue like taking initiative.
And I have no issue doing all the work.
Wow, what a combo we are.
We're an amazing team. We should get married.
We should be married. We are married. And that's really our topic today, so maybe we should get into it.
How wise is it?
Well, wait, we'll close out that section. Really quick.
How wise is it for me to cut you off?
We'll cut this part.
Oh, really? I thought that was so funny.
Well, maybe. I guess we could keep it. But basically, so that's our check-in. And what we're going to talk about today, our main topic is kind of how we have dealt recently with some conflict or some like patterns of conflict that we've noticed coming up. Would you call it that?
Would I call it conflict?
Or like patterns?
Patterns. Yes. Yes. No, this is interesting because neither of us are currently in therapy, but we've both been in therapy.
I am like on hold. My therapist is on maternity
Yeah,
leave.
but I like the word patterns because I feel like sometimes I'll think of it as cycles.
Yeah.
And something about that word feels a little more stuck.
Yeah.
Like you're like in the laundry machine, you're just like spinning around and you're not going everywhere.
Yeah.
And patterns is a little
it's like
more
the cycle of violence.
a cycle of a circle.
Yeah.
Wait, is this a vicious circle or a vicious cycle?
I think people say both.
It's a vicious circle.
Right.
I know I looked it up, but I thought it was vicious cycle till maybe 6 months ago.
I think people say both.
I broke the circle.
Yeah, maybe we're all saying it incorrectly when we say vicious cycle, but I would respond to either.
Same.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like the word pattern as opposed to cycle because I feel like it's like, oh, we're returning to these motifs.
Yeah.
And even if it's something so sweet as conflict, there can be evolution and growth still. And then there's just a flicker of, oh, here's this familiar touchstone that we fight about all the time.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that we're not having all this growth. So,
Yeah.
And if I think about it as a cycle, which I'm sure we both do at times, it can feel so stuck.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, we've literally been fighting about this since we've been together.
Yeah.
And yet there's so much growth and evolution in between it. Every time we fight, we learn something new.
Right.
But my OCD will tell me
Yeah,
like,
the cycle, you're right. It's like if you think of like a hamster wheel, it's like hard to get off of it. And like a pattern is like, oh, let's look at this tapestry and like look at the patterns and be maybe more curious about them.
like as if we were looking at a Florence Knoll grid.
Yeah, we can be curious together, like flow.
These patterns may be coming from trauma, but they're becoming something beautiful.
Yeah, we were noticing. Oh, there's our alarm. Sorry.
And that's all for tonight. I love you.
We were noticing it was like right after the holiday, like that kind of between Christmas and New Year's. Neither of us were working much. And what?
No, it's true that we like tend to like have a bunch of conflict in that like chunk of time. And it's funny because I feel like right before like it hit, I had this thought. I was like, wow, we really are having like such a peaceful, and it's usually right after that.
Totally.
Like Christmas was, I feel like we had such a
Peaceful.
fun time and relaxing, and we had a long stretch where I felt like we were spending a shit ton of time together. And
Yeah.
it seemed like it was really enjoyable for both of us.
Yeah. And I mean, we should say like we have a high tolerance for time together. Like we spend a lot of time together. We both work from home. There are times like, the between week of Christmas and New Year's where it feels like every waking moment we're together. So it's a lot and we enjoy it like largely.
Yeah.
But I think we were spending so much time together. And the holidays, like there are all these triggers. And even though we did handle them well, it's a lot to ask yourself to be with your partner in the same space as them without much break.
Yeah.
There was kind of a like space where we realized, and this took like a lot of talking, but we realized like we were really struggling to like accept things about each other in the moment.
Well, I think what you said verbatim, because this stuck with me. Now it's funny as all things become over time.
Yeah.
I think you said, I'm in this moment just really wanting you to be a different person.
Yes.
And-
But that
and
was
you-
me, to be fair, that was
Yeah.
me noticing like, oh, I'm wanting Josh to be different than who he is.
I know. And it's not you necessarily saying I do have to become a different person.
No.
And my OCD heard that and it was like red flags, like, oh God, we're fucked if I don't become a different person.
Yeah.
And then you said, and you're wanting me to be a different person.
Yes.
Which I'm like less willing to admit sometimes.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm sure I was feeling a little bit of that. Like,
yeah.
just like, let me be.
Yeah.
Let me be a mess.
I was having one of those moments where I really wanted you to just be like the kind of person where everything just rolls right off. And that is not who I am, not who you are, not who I chose to be with. It just would have been like comfortable and convenient in the moment I was having or the day I was having if you were more, what's the word? It's like type B. kind of like chill, like whatever.
Like not really questioning anything.
Yeah, going with the flow.
Not really like thinking analytically about everything.
Yeah.
Not looking behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Not wondering every second if there's something I should be doing that I'm not doing.
And what were you wanting me to be? Do you remember?
I don't even see here's the beauty of it all. Like, I don't even remember what we were fighting about.
I know sometimes we can have a tough fight and then the next day not even remember the content.
It's probably just a feeling of like, I want you to be like easier on me.
Totally.
And maybe I'm not being articulate enough in saying that. Because maybe you want me to be easier on you too.
In a way, yeah.
You want me to be less anxious.
Like easier on everything.
Less reactive, less anxious.
Right.
Less taking things personally, less making everything about me.
Because everything you're describing is like stuff I do. It's like I want you to rescue me from my own struggles, which I run into that desire a lot, or that part of me that says like, just demand that your partner change so you don't have to. You know.
Well, I have changed.
Well, totally. I mean, there's a dialectic there. Like you've grown immensely, and we have together in our relationship. But I think what we came across was like we were getting irritated with parts of each other and kind of like telling each other to like be different. And we sort of had a little bit of a pattern of that for a few days. We'd like have that come up, kind of resolve it, probably not all the way. And then the same issue would come up like the next day in that week between Christmas and New Year's. It was sort of, I don't want to use the word cycle because you don't like it, but a little bit in that moment.
It was a cycle. We could short term use the word cycle. Yeah.
Yeah, short term cycle.
I did feel a little like a hamster on the bicycle.
Yeah. And so did I. I think we both felt very like, why do we keep coming across this same issue?
Well, I feel like you kept saying, I just want to fight less. And I'd be like, I also want to fight less.
Yeah.
It's like, why is this happening? I don't think either of us want to fight.
No, I know. And I think we weren't, what I wasn't doing was really trying to like patiently understand my issue within myself and your issue within yourself, which then when we finally got there, it birthed our new practice. So we're doing this thing and we're not perfect at it. We're not trying to be perfect at it. But when we start to get activated and we can feel that like heat rising between us and conflict, we pause and say, we're going to take 5 minutes, you know, if we can get it. And if we're like in public or something, we'll find out what happens there. But we take 5 minutes, and in that 5 minutes, we try to notice, basically it's kind of a parts work exercise where we try to notice like, what are the parts coming up within me that might be kind of fighting each other, or kind of what in my body is sort of like aching or bothering me. We take a little bit of a magnifying glass to like what's happening within me before I look at what's happening between me and my partner. Would you describe it that way?
I'm feeling like guilty all of a sudden because I think sometimes during my take 5, I'll just kind of try to like breathe and like let the toxic energy dissipate.
You know, and I've caught myself doing that more like half the time.
And I don't know that that's such a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think that was
sometimes
maybe
I think
original.
that's exactly what I need.
Exactly.
Like
totally.
basically like
Getting in touch.
reorient myself to the present.
Yes. Well, that's the beauty of the Take 5. You actually can use it in several ways.
And maybe even unconsciously, like even as I'm thinking about doing that, it's going to be like, oh, like I have a headache, or like, oh, I feel kind of shitty, but like, can that be okay?
Yeah.
Or like my anxiety is coming up, like, can that be a part of our day together?
Oh my God. I love that you just said that, because it's like that 5 minutes, like you might even notice like, oh my God, I have a headache. And a lot of when you're quiet and breathing and just with yourself, you recognize like, oh, what's to be done about the headache? It's like, oh, it's just to make space for it, feel this and have my day anyway. It's kind of an acceptance and commitment therapy practice, right? Like expand around the uncomfortable thing, the private experience, private event of a headache.
Sometimes I really feel like I need to scream into a pillow.
Well, and you could do that if you needed.
How often do you feel like you need to scream and you just like can't? You can't really ever scream.
I never feel that, but I think like, I'll be honest, like I probably like raise my voice a little more easily than you do in general. So
but I feel like you always think I'm raising my voice.
Well, no, you have a loud voice.
Yeah.
There's a difference. I have a quiet voice, but I can raise it. Your speaking voice is
My voice is loud all the time. So if I'm agitated, then it's like
Then
really
it's like
crazy.
a megaphone.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Right. Yeah. My younger brother, shout out to him.
Sometimes
He's
you'll
like
tell
that.
me to keep my voice down when literally like the words I'm saying, I'm like actively almost trying to put like a volume filter
I
on
know
them.
you really have a loud voice when you're on the phone and I'm in the other room. I mean, it sounds like you're having a fight with the person on the other phone every single phone call you have. And then I'll come in the room and you're like, everything's fine. And I'm like, man, he really just has a loud voice.
Yeah.
I always wonder what the people on the other end are thinking. Like
On the
your
other end of
boss
the like world.
of the call.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. But anyway, that's a sidebar.
That's a sidebar.
But yeah, but I like that the take 5 and then of course it raises the question, can the take 5 be misused? And the answer to that is yes. But, like it's a way to connect with yourself for 5 minutes before you're coming to your partner to resolve anything interpersonal. And a lot of times in that 5, you learn that maybe there isn't anything between us. Maybe there's something within myself that I need to ease or pay attention to and honor or acknowledge. Or maybe problem solve within myself.
Yeah.
And then whatever's left over that's between us, that's what we go to.
Sure.
But you were laughing. Tell me.
Oh, I was like, what if you came to me and you were like, I'm pregnant? And then I was like, oh, we got to take 5.
That would be funny.
Okay.
I don't think you would do that.
If I did it, I think it would pretty clearly be a joke.
Right.
And now I might do it.
Yeah, totally. We usually do the take 5. The take 5 is there for like when we're kind of getting upset with each other.
Tension is just starting to rise, and it's hard, I gotta say. Because
It's really
my
hard.
OCD wants to resolve the issue.
Yeah, and something within me doesn't want to take the space either.
Yeah. Like just earlier today, you were kind of getting agitated about stuff, and
Wait, I was?
we weren't fighting.
Oh, yes, I was.
We don't
That's
have to
right.
get into it.
No, totally. I was stressed.
Yeah, and I think we were just kind of talking.
Yeah,
And I felt really bad, like walking away and doing my work.
right.
But I was like, if I linger and get like antsy, I feel like that's not helpful.
Yeah,
So it's like, I'm going to take the space and trust that if you want to talk more, you'll come to me.
yeah,
But yeah, it can be hard for me to walk away even when I know it's the wise thing.
yeah.
It feels unclean. I feel unclean like if I walk away from you in a room and you're agitated,
Yeah.
that's a horrible feeling for me.
Yeah, sure.
Especially if it's right before bed.
Yeah, and we have gotten in fights before because we can't let the other person just be a little unsettled.
I know. It's like, of course you're going to be annoyed with me.
Right.
I'm so annoying.
I'm so annoying. And I don't even feel bad about myself saying that. I know, like, as a human, I'm going to be annoying if I'm honest and authentic. And yeah, it's another, like, what are we not accepting about the other person? It's like maybe that they're upset with me or that they're upset at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like sometimes in the 5 minutes, you can recognize, is this upset something to be felt? Or is there an issue within it to be addressed? And so much of the time, it's just to be felt. And the 5 minutes, like, it's kind of an exposure to that uncertainty and that like quiet that feels scary.
Because it's so hard for me to say, oh, I hurt Kelly's feelings, and the best thing for me to do is apologize once and walk away and let her feel hurt.
I know it can feel hard, but often like and I always say this to you, like what you control is like offering a sincere, compassionate apology. It doesn't have to be like apologize until you get that just right feeling.
Yeah.
It's living from your values, right? Rather than from the results. It's, can I look my partner in the eye and say, I'm really sorry and I love you? And then leave the space for them to feel through the rest of the feelings and recalibrate back to homeostasis.
Yeah, I know that can be hard for me.
It's hard for me too.
And I don't think it's hard for me to be sincere. I think it's hard for me not to feel kind of constipated.
Yeah.
Like I can apologize sincerely and it won't feel like, okay, we're through this.
Right.
It's like, ugh, I like took a dump on the world and now like everything's burning down and I'm a bad person.
Catastrophizing part.
Like even if I ultimately know everything's okay, it's like how do we get back from here?
Yeah.
Like why did I do that? Why did I fart and ruin the universe? Literally or metaphorically. I don't think we've ever actually thought about a fart, but like, just like, I don't know, like a moment where I'm like unnecessarily grumpy and I'm like, fuck, it would have been so much easier to just like take my headphones off and like not like try to multitask and not get all like flustered and just like be like, I love you and have a little dialogue with you and then like go to sleep.
Yeah.
Or do more editing or listen to music or whatever.
Yeah. What's the effective thing versus what kind of feels comfortable in the moment?
I don't even know if it's comfortable. It's like obsessive.
Yeah.
And for me at least.
Obsessive.
Obsessive, constipated.
Yeah.
Like a feeling of like
relieving.
A feeling of like not even though, I guess.
But on some level, yes.
Because you're scratching an itch. I know, because we just like, I guess that's like OCDs. You're scratching an itch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess in like a sick, twisted way, it's relieving. But it's a feeling of like, I can feel my anxiety coming up and it gets like worried I'm going to fuck up the moment. And then it's just like you double down and you like kind of like just tank it.
Yeah. Sabotage.
It's like, I'm just going to tank and be a dick rather than like dance around trying not to.
Yeah. So what do you think the 5 minutes does for your OCD? The OCD part.
Well, I think the voice can quiet down.
When you're just silent?
I think when I don't feel pressure for it to like quiet down in front of you.
Oh, sure.
Because I think it takes at least 5 minutes, if I'm to be honest. Sometimes it takes more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I know it doesn't take 0 seconds.
Right.
If we kind of have a flare up and like the tension's rising and then like you try to pivot and you're like, so what do you think about the burger? Like I really start to like lose it.
Yeah, and that is
I'm like I feel like I'm being like called
out. That
out.
really bothers me.
I know.
And that's okay. Like I can deal with that bother, but I think like I do know how to kind of just like, let's just like talk about something funny for a second to diffuse. And that is a challenge area for you.
Yeah.
But you're getting better at it. I did it yesterday and you accepted
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I don't even know what we're talking about. So
when I quoted Saoirse saying something funny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I almost feel like, and maybe this is my own warped interpretation, like it's like a test that you're like throwing at me that I need to pass.
It's not at all intended that way.
Okay.
It's like a life raft.
But it's almost like the tone in your voice sometimes, and maybe I'm like...
That's imagined. I'm going to
Okay.
be honest. That's imagined.
The tone is like, I know you're like not gonna
I
answer
know
this.
in my heart and in my bones, I'm like throwing you a life raft. Like we can just like joke about something.
Yeah.
Because it's like we're getting so heated, we're not going to resolve this. And I think that'll be a growth area for us.
Sure.
Because sometimes I think you need that life raft.
But even sometimes like you'll ask me like, so which like food do you like more? And it's like, well, I could answer, but like my answer just seems like dry is the feeling. Like I'm getting nothing out of this conversation. It feels like small talk.
Yeah, and sometimes you need small talk. I'm very pro small talk in a lot of contexts in terms of it like creating a sense of homeostasis and safety and grounding,
Yeah.
for new people, for a couple, for whatever. But it's okay if you don't feel that way about it.
It makes me anxious,
Yeah.
but I can do it. I probably try to turn it into not small talk pretty quickly.
And then we fight more in those moments.
Well, not if I were to make a joke.
But a joke is small talk in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you named it. Like it is a struggle for you,
Mm-hmm.
To engage in it. It doesn't feel right.
Small talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In those moments.
Probably in most moments.
Yeah. Yeah, I think small talk has a lot of value personally.
I guess I got to get on board.
Well, I can feel a judgment coming up for me. I think sometimes like people who are socially anxious will claim they don't like small talk when they're actually just anxious.
I know I'm anxious.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And I think there's a value to it. Not every conversation has to be about like philosophy and deep topics for it to have like meaning and value, especially in terms of its function.
Right.
Creating safety, creating a little familiarity, showing someone like you're safe here
Mm-hmm.
in this conversation. And I think it can function that way, like in the heat of a fight, with a new acquaintance, I feel defensive of it,
Yeah.
but maybe that doesn't resonate.
No, I think I'm feeling like an asshole.
Why?
I think I was like kind of playfully being anti, but I know I am kind of anti.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I'm actually anti, but I know it makes me anxious.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair.
And I guess I'm owning that it makes me anxious.
Yeah. I think that's completely fair.
And when it doesn't make me anxious is if like I'm like able to be funny.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a crutch. Maybe I really rely on my humor as a crutch. I feel like it's been my saving my ass lately.
Well, exactly. But what we're also saying is when I try to use it, you struggle with that in some moments.
In some moments.
And I probably do too. Like if I'm really heated, I'm like, I don't want to joke about this. I want to fight about this. You know? It can be both things.
Well, I feel like it comes up when someone like asks me how my weekend was.
Mm.
I hate that question. Unless
Yeah.
there's like something I'm really itching to talk about.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's like anytime I feel like I'm kind of like regurgitating like an itemized list of things.
Yeah.
I start to like feel very like
boring or
yeah, maybe I'm bored with the conversation. I feel like I'm boring. I feel like I like should be going more in depth and like turning this into like an opportunity for like interesting conversation. And I suddenly feel like I'll be listing all these things that I really, really enjoyed doing. And like, why do they all sound so dry to me, like coming out of my mouth right now?
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like I want to hear about your day. I don't like want to talk about myself.
Because you're kind of judging yourself as you're doing it, and that's painful.
Unless I like start to get in depth and like get passionate about something. But like,
yeah,
kind of if I'm going through the motions and I'm rattling off a list, I really start to like get bored by the sound of my own voice.
I've definitely had that experience.
And I think small talk has that flavor.
Sometimes. But you know, on the podcast, we do a ton of small talk. And sometimes I think small talk can be the most important talk there is.
Well, it all depends on how you're defining small talk.
Like, what tells you more about someone you're like newly dating? Like going on a bachelor style like date or like going with them to run errands? It's like probably running errands. You're going to get something more authentic by the mundane nature of the thing. I think mundane things are like important.
Yeah, and I obviously agree with that.
And I know you agree with that.
It's maybe something about, like, I feel like it's like the same thing as like when someone's like, I want to talk about the symbolism of the movie, and I get this like gag reaction. Like, it's almost like maybe the term small talk, I have a gag reaction to.
And there isn't really small talk or big talk. It's like, are you engaged with the topic at hand?
Yeah, and if I'm not, then I'm not.
Right. And, you know, like maybe small talk, we could rename it like not super intimate talk.
Yeah. But
like talking about the weather, talking about the news, you know, things that don't require a lot of vulnerability right off the bat or in a tough moment.
Yeah.
I think I know you think that's important.
I do think that's important. I think the deeper issue is if like I'm feeling disengaged from everything, I'm not going to enjoy any conversation.
Yeah, true.
And if I'm having trouble accessing my sense of humor, then like I know that something's like off.
Okay. Well, we've strayed a little from our 5 minutes. But yeah, it's related.
It's related.
But yeah, so do you think the 5 minutes has been helpful?
I think the 5 minutes has been immensely helpful.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think it can be like a game changer. And we're not perfect at it.
I don't know that it's ever really been ineffective.
Yeah.
I think there's times we like didn't do it.
Yeah. Well, actually, I feel like one time you did tell me like I had trouble like centering myself in it. And even that was really valuable to say.
Because I remember you in that moment, if we're thinking of the same moment, you were like, you really like didn't use your take 5 effectively. But even as you said that, I felt like the fact that you said that and I almost internally, I didn't out loud. And this is the sense of humor thing. You don't have to know about it, but I internally like laughed.
Yeah. I like micromanaged really your 5 minutes.
Yeah. Got our quirks and, you know, they're endearing and they're annoying.
Use the 5 minutes well.
Yeah. And like, yeah, I didn't, but
that's your business. That's the point of the 5 minutes.
We'd be in a more fiery place if I hadn't taken the 5.
Because even just the space is valuable, let alone if you add to it doing some self-connecting. Yeah.
And
that's so funny that
I said because I was able to hear that critique and like not like go burrow into a hole and like start bashing my head against the wall.
Because you were connected. That now we would, in internal family systems work, you would call that like you basically spent 5 minutes like getting into some self-energy. And the self-energy is always the thing that heals and creates harmony and openness and forward movement and flow and all of that. So yeah, if you spend 5 minutes getting in touch with the self, you're fostering self-energy in that moment, which I think you did. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, because I said that like offensive thing and you were able to not take it on and activate from it, which is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So long story long, the 5 minutes has been working and yeah, it could be something to try out there.
I'd recommend taking 5.
I recommend it too. I hope we do it forever and ever.
I think we will.
I think we will too.
I feel like it's on a short list of very concrete game changers that have. It's like EMDR, which I haven't done.
Yeah. Can't wait for you to have the pleasure of experiencing it, which you will.
Instant results.
Well, not instant, but.
I meant the Take 5.
Oh, the Take 5. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I meant EMDR to you, but yeah.
Oh.
But the Take 5 to the rest of you out there, yeah, we've had pretty instant results with it.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but
yeah,
I think it turns the volume down.
And we kind of had to form a language with it. Like this, can we call this kind of like a safe thing to say even in conflict? And we both had to really like consent to that.
Yeah.
You know, which helped.
Because I feel like there's moments like both of us have tried it in the past and like it didn't take.
Did not take until we had like a calm conversation about how do we break this cycle, you know, or how do we kind of break the energy a little when we're in the middle of that. And in a calm moment, we decided to do that.
I mean, whatever damaging is going to happen in that Take 5.
I mean, I think you could just like ruminate on how much you like hate your partner. But even in that, like 5 whole minutes, you might like at some point recognize that you're doing that.
If you're doing that, maybe that's helpful to notice it.
Oh, definitely helpful to notice it.
Because I don't think that's really been any of my Take 5s.
Yeah, me neither.
And if anything, it crystallizes into like, this is a thing that you're doing that annoys me. And that's even just more concrete than like, oh, my brain is on fire and I can't think or form a thought.
It's the hardest thing in the Take 5 is to really like put a pin in anything your partner is doing and look at you. It's tricky, but I think it can be like the juiciest way to use the Take 5 if you can get there.
You think about me during your Take 5?
I try to think about me.
But we're one.
I try to separate us and think what's going on internally. What parts am I hearing from? Can I ask them what they need?
And when you close your eyes, you just see my face floating there in the darkness.
Well, I have every once in a while just done like a meditation, done my mantra, my TM mantra. And that was great too.
And you see John Butts's face floating away into the darkness.
If I'm in conflict with him.
Just in general, it's a soothing face to see.
Yeah, totally.
And he's not here, so I'm just trying
he's the mediator of our marriage.
Yeah, he's the mediator of my life.
Yeah. Shout out.
Master of my frequencies. John Butts, we miss you.
We miss you so much. Okay, well, maybe we'll move into our How Wise Is It segment. Do you want to tell us what it is?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just say, how wise is it to take a video at a concert?
Yeah. Yeah, to be at a live concert and film it. And do we want to specify like the length of the concert or at any moment in the concert?
Why don't we specify the length of the video? All right.
The length of the video could be anything.
Oh, the length of the concert.
Like you're filming the whole concert.
Time is an interesting component to this.
Yeah.
The length of the concert, the length of the video you're taking.
Are you filming a song? A lot of people film like their favorite song.
Yeah, I'll sometimes, especially if you're not there, so I can show you, this is what the show was like.
Yeah.
And I'll film 30 to 45 seconds of a part that I feel like really captures the energy of the show.
Yeah.
And then I'll come back and you'll be like, oh, wow, that looks like it was so much fun. Or you'll be like, that looks like the 7th circle of hell.
Yeah, you did a few where I was like, yikes.
The other night we saw Perfume Genius.
Yeah.
At Lincoln Hall. It was a duo. It was him and his longtime romantic partner, Alan.
Yeah.
Who's in the band with him. I don't know if you know Perfume Genius, but he, you know, he's not so dissimilar from Radiohead.
I mean, inspired to some extent.
Inspired to some,
but really doing his own thing.
He says his inspirations are Elvis, Talk Talk.
I mean, he's so special.
It's like a very alien yet soulful music with like often a lot going on in the music department, like some busy, crazy arrangements.
Incredibly beautiful lyrics.
He gives voice to thoughts I've had that I didn't know I had.
Completely. He like a prophetic voice, as we say.
I remember reading the lyrics to his most recent album and it was almost like going to therapy.
Yeah. And what was so special is because it wasn't his full band, it was like him and his partner, both on keys. And then sometimes he would stand up and we were so close and he would like sing right to the audience. And it felt so like intimate and like spellbinding.
We were in his cosmic space.
Yeah.
I was looking around noticing not a lot of people were filming it.
Same.
And thinking, I'm imagining a lot of people are kind of thinking like, how am I witnessing this right now?
Yeah.
And probably having the urge to film it, as I honestly really didn't.
Yeah, me neither.
I imagine I might have if you weren't there, but I didn't really want to.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking I will remember that. It just was like the act of taking out a phone and filming him in that moment when like
It felt wrong.
felt like violent.
Well, also because like the whole energy of even like the openers and the two men in the headliner duo was like, this is a special, intimate show. It was also the first night of this special duo type tour.
Mm-hmm.
It felt very like we're all respectful, like adults who aren't just like Perfume Genius fans. Like we will kind of follow him even into like this like interesting, unique project of this duo and let them kind of experience their songs differently and show us that and sing right to us. It feels like, you know, if someone wanted to like play you an acoustic song on their guitar in your home and you like film them instead of listening. Like it didn't feel right.
Yeah, and then there's moments that it feels totally fine to me.
It's like a younger band and everyone's doing it.
And it feels more chaotic.
Yeah.
Everyone has their phones out.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm going to grab my piece too. I'm a filmmaker.
Yeah, you are.
Kelly's not here at the Model Act Trees show at Lincoln Hall. This guy's being like an absolute queen and doing crazy dance moves. And like, I could show her a YouTube video, but like, I don't know. I just got to take like 30 or 45 seconds. And like, in that moment, that felt wise.
Yeah, totally.
And he came into the audience. He was closer to me actually than Perfume Genius. I don't know the lead singer's name of Model Act Trees.
Yeah.
And he like came into the audience. He was like singing lyrics like right in my face. And I think I had my phone out, maybe not right then, but like,
yeah.
I feel like when I had my phone out, I could be wrong, but I don't think he was bothered. And if anything, I think he kind of liked it.
Yeah.
That everyone was filming him.
Well, that's kind of part of this question. Like the new landscape is artists get promoted this way. So I don't think they mind it. Many of them, and a lot of them like it.
I feel like I used to take more videos before I was posting on Instagram almost every day. And I had this thought of like, oh, I can take a video of this like Perfume Genius show. That's one of the most spellbinding shows that I've seen in a long time. Post it on Instagram, and then I'm already thinking about all the hearts I'm going to get from that in the comments, and that made me not want to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I won't do that. I'm honestly sure I will of some other show if I feel inspired to film it anyway.
But yeah, I can feel a little like removed and
like I'm almost this like parasite or this like vampire.
100%. I've felt that before too.
Posting some, you know, spellbinding concert to get likes, to promote traffic to my page, to bring people to listen to this podcast, to listen to us talk about this.
Yeah. And like is what's maybe not wise about that is the deepest and most profound like joy comes from the presence, being in the moment, taking in what you're hearing.
But as a documentary filmmaker, I obviously don't think it's unwise to film things that are happening in real life.
Mm-hmm. But as a documentary filmmaker, sometimes you have the urge not to.
Yeah, it's almost like I have a whole different set of appreciation for like setting down the camera since it's my job and my passion.
Well, I'm so curious about that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I've heard comedians say that where it's like the choice to see a joke in your mind and not say it can be really powerful.
It happens to me on this pod all the time when you and John are talking.
Totally.
I have so many jokes I don't make.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking funny. But I think it felt at the Perfume Genius show, it felt like really almost like soulful in my chest of like, I was mostly just there.
Yeah.
But I think the moment of basically deciding not to take my phone out was kind of special.
Yeah.
Because in that moment, I almost doubled down on I am here, I'm living this.
Yeah.
I mean, in theory, at least, that's what's so special about live music.
Mm-hmm.
Before YouTube, you know, unless someone was filming a concert video, I guess like your experience is more scarce.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could go on YouTube now and find a video someone took of that show.
Right. You know what I'm wondering, like, as we're saying it, maybe it's almost like not even something you can necessarily like explain, but there is a felt sense of like, I'm not going to film this one.
But we need to be more black and white about this. Is it wise or not?
I think we can't with this one. This one we have to leave a question mark.
It's not. And sometimes you do it anyway.
I think it can be wise and it can be unwise. I really do.
I know, I think that too, but I really want to form an opinion.
But this is beautiful that we don't have to. And like, this is one of those cases where like, You have to tune into your wise mind in your moment.
And I know that my wise mind is accessing my wise mind the last time I was at a show and I didn't take out my phone and felt wise about it.
Yeah, it's like an internal sense.
Yeah, and I did in the same breath say I took a video of that Model X show and felt really happy to have captured that.
Yeah.
And have in my collection.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling no regret about not taking a frame of the Perfume Genius show.
Yeah.
It's like the romanticize your life thing.
Mm-hmm.
Does everything come back to this baseline of like presence versus kind of being a culture vulture?
A little, yeah. Yeah, it's like ego versus self.
Yeah.
Parts.
Is that the running
versus
thread
self.
through all these How Wise Is It?
Well, yeah, that's the running thread through the wise mind.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we're not going to give you guidance on this one.
No. I really love music. I really love video. Can the two be fused? Use your wise mind.
Totally. Okay, well, that's our episode for today. Thank you so much for joining us for a little Kelly Josh episode. Or as my little niece would say, K-Josh.
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 K-Josh got married. K-Josh got married.
If you want to reach me, you can find me at kkpsychotherapy.com. If you have questions, you want to work with me, you have suggestions for the pod, you want to be on the pod, there's an inquiry page on my website. So yeah, shoot me an inquiry there. And how about you, Josh?
If you want to reach me, you can't because I'm going to be in New York celebrating my mom or editing the Florence Knoll documentary. But yes, I am still accepting gigs. You can reach me to edit anything, anytime, and I'll set an appropriate boundary if I don't have the time. And the way you can reach me is joshbayerfilms.com. That's Bayer as in the aspirin, Bayer, and love to see you.
Yeah. And thanks to John, who isn't here. You can reach him at butts.jonathan@gmail.com.
Send him wishes of health because I think he's feeling a little under the weather.
Yeah.
And we really miss John.
Totally. And thank you to Blanket Forts for our intro, outro music.
Always thank you for the intro, outro music.
Yeah, and we will see you all next week with John. Back in full health, we think.
We think. We're speculating here.
Yeah. Knock on wood and thoughts and
wood.
prayers. But we'll be back next week with another episode. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
The Wise Mind Happy Hour podcast is for entertainment purposes only, not to be treated as medical advice. If you are struggling with your mental health, please seek medical attention or counseling.